Chrysler line at 250-787-2222.
It's Dub and Emma, and we're joined this morning by Jeff from School District 60. He heads up Project Heavy Duty. How are you doing today, sir?
Awesome. How you doing today, Dub?
Doing very well. Thank you very much. You've come by to kind of give us an update on where we are, because I think you were here kind of at the start of the school year to talk a bit about Project Heavy Duty, but I guess recruiting of the students is kind of underway right now.
100%.
Eh?
Yep.
Yeah.
I just finished all my different classroom presentations and whatnot. The applications are out. They're due back December 11th.
Yeah.
And I'm also coming on because I want to let the community know that if students are like of the grade 11 or 12 age and not going to one of the school district's 60 schools, there's the opportunity for them as well to apply for Project Heavy Duty.
Oh, okay.
I've had a couple students that were homeschooled that were actually excellent operators, good, solid candidates. And so I want to let the community know that that opportunity is still there.
Okay, so you don't have to necessarily go to the school to have the same opportunity.
No, because we run the students through the Key Learning Center for the course itself. And so
Gotcha.
therefore anybody can.
Yeah.
I actually dropped off an application for a student that's working at McNabb's in Taylor.
Oh, okay.
He's homeschooled,
Nice.
but he's one of my work experience students, and I had to go down and do a safety check. So I thought I'd be proficient and drop an application off for him. I did test him though and be like, "Hey, you're supposed to talk to me about something here?" He's like, "I can't remember." I'm like, "Uh-oh." And so it was giving a little bit of the gears, right? So it was all good. He's a good kid. So
There you
yeah,
go.
you betcha.
Why don't you tell us, by the way, for people who don't know what Project Heavy Duty is, what's it all about?
So Project Heavy Duty is where the community comes together to bring in machines, equipment for students to learn how to operate heavy equipment for a week on a replica worksite. So it's a pretty fantastic opportunity for kids. We're going on number 22 now, I believe. in the
Wow,
community.
there you
Yeah.
go.
So I didn't create it. I'm standing on the shoulders of giants. I mean, hats off to Don Goodbun, Richard Sewell, and Richard Coop. They're the ones that started this in, I think it's 2002. And then we resurrected it 2023. After the death of COVID there, right?
yeah.
So anyways, and just to let people know as well that there's about 7 or 8 different heavy equipment exploration programs around the province. And WorkSafe BC came out and filmed this for 10 hours last year.
Wow.
They put a professional grade film together that's 2 minutes long. It's on my website. If you just Google Project Heavy Duty Fort St. John, it'll pop up there. You click on it and it's the first video. It's pretty spectacular.
Link
Nice.
under this video, by the way. If you happen to be watching this online, or if you want to go check it out on the Moose FM Facebook page, the link is there as well, by the way.
Yeah, I
Jeff.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but through the WorkSafe BC, we had confirmation that we are the largest equipment operation exploration program in the whole province.
There
Wow.
you go.
Other places, kids are in there for about 2 days. They spend about an hour to an hour and a half in the equipment, which is awesome. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
Like,
great.
anything that gets kids and machines and exploring. And they also have things there that we don't have. For example, they have like linemen through like hydro or something like that.
see.
Buckets.
Okay.
They had, from what I have videos from Sparwood and Kamloops. And they had vac trucks and stuff. So yeah, some great opportunities and maybe some ideas that we should be discussing with the community as well. to
But
say,
what
hey,
you have is the kids are there 5 days, and I think a bit longer each day.
Yes,
too, right? So they have more time.
Yeah, you bet. Our students will probably spend between 8 to 10 hours in a dozer, 8
Nice.
to 10 hours in an excavator, half
That's
a day on a
awesome.
So
grader.
with Project Heavy Duty, are you picking a piece of machinery to try, or do you get to try a little bit of everything?
You get to try a little bit of everything.
Nice.
And we've been very blessed that we've had remote logging the last couple of years as well. So
Wow.
students get to try
Neat.
out skidders, processors, faller bunchers as well. So they spend a day out in logging. So the community is incredible. I mean, we can't do it without, I crunched the numbers. If we were having to pay for everything, you're looking at $300,000 for the week.
Wow.
And everything
Holy.
is, for the most part, for the machinery, the fuel, it's the transport, people forget about that, and all that stuff. My camp shack, rig mats, the whole 9 yards. The community really comes together in the material sense. And I want to say thank you to Fort St. John. I mean, being the biggest, come on, we're Fort St. John. We just don't take it to 10. We go to 11.
Yeah.
Right?
There
So,
it is.
yeah, a little Spinal Tap reference. If you haven't seen it, look it up there. Yeah.
We were talking extensively about Spinal Tap beforehand.
That's
Emma
right.
was like, well, what? You guys, I got to see this. I wanted to talk for a second about this, Jeff. I mean, you mentioned all the experience you get as part of Project Heavy Duty. How much of that is networking even? Because you're meeting these workers and you're meeting the managers and the foremen who are on these sites, and maybe you remember them and they remember you when it's time to go to work in a
Yeah,
year
you
or
betcha.
two.
There's definitely connections there that can be made through operators and whatnot, because these operators come in from all different places, and
Yeah.
some companies sometimes donate the operators and whatnot. I know some students have been hired right from, Project Heavy Duty once they graduate.
There you
Wow.
go.
Yeah, it's awesome. And it's funny because when I posted my video on Everything Fort St. John there on Facebook, one of my former students is actually now operating a Bobcat for a living.
Okay.
Yeah, he let me know and stuff. And he was actually a special needs student that
Okay.
was that we brought along, and high functioning, of course.
Yeah.
Great kid. And just loved him. So it's really nice to see that he's doing that. And a lot of the times the operators that come and work with the kids are former Project Heavy Duty participants themselves.
Okay.
Probably close to half.
Yeah.
On the video, you'll see Wyatt there, and he talks about that. He just couldn't wait to come back and give back because he was in heavy duty in 2015. And so, yeah, he said he just jumped on it immediately when Ty said, hey, you want to come help out. So, and that's the other thing, shout out to Tyrell Goodbun, and because he's my counterpart in this. He and I are a great team, and I can't do this without him. He's the material side. I'm the communication side, the paperwork side. I always get a kick out of it when people are like, I just met a new donor. Actually, they're going to donate very generously, Pacific Cambrian. And they're like, well, Jeff, you must be an equipment operator. I start laughing, going, no, you want to laugh? I'm an English teacher by skilled training. But the funniest part is that's the side that we need, right? The communication side. And, I can type 45 words a minute, right? Like I got it. It's great. It saves time. And I love the media stuff and the whole 9 yards. So it's great. And I always appreciate everybody letting me on to talk about this amazing endeavor that we have here in Fort St. John that we call Project Heavy Duty.
Absolutely. All right. Well, if you happen to be a student listening because you're not in class for some reason, or if you're a parent or whatnot, and your child may be interested in this, what do they do? Where do they go to find out more and or apply to be a part of Project Heavy Duty?
Sure. Students, I always encourage students to email me if they're interested. Parents, please feel free to direct students to email me.
Yeah.
Yeah, jmayer@prn.bc.ca, or you can phone me at North Peace Secondary School. Numbers listed there. My extension is 323. Today, I'm actually on paid days off, and so I'll get to you tomorrow. I got to go harvest a cow in Beaver Lodge.
Yeah. Important work.
Very important. I feed the family, man.
Absolutely. And again, if you want a link to see the video that Jeff's talking about and just the website that has more information about Project Heavy Duty, it is below in the blurb, in the Facebook blurb on our Facebook page with the video that you're currently watching of this interview. Jeff, always a pleasure to have you here. Thanks for stopping by. Anything
Thanks for
else you
having
want
me.
to say before you go?
Just thank you to everybody that makes this thing possible. It's, to be right in it, it's like a dance. There's something really magical about it. I was smitten by it when I first saw it in 2011 and just couldn't get enough of it. Made excuses to go hang out down there when I wasn't coordinating, and then the time came to get it back up and running, and they said, well, Jeff, you're the one that knows. So I'm very blessed to be a part of this, and thank you to the whole community.
Thanks, Jeff, for being here.
Thank you.
This community interview is supported by your Member of Parliament, Bob Zimmer. Stop by his office in Fort St. John at 9916 100th Avenue and in Dawson Creek at